A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move that has sent ripples through international trade relations, President Donald Trump has firmly rejected Australia's request for an exemption from the impending U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminium imports. The tariffs, which are set to take effect at midnight U.S. time, will impose a hefty 25% tax on these essential materials, a decision that has sparked concerns among Australian officials and industry leaders. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt confirmed the decision, stating, "He considered it and considered against it. There will be no exemptions." This statement underscores the Trump administration's commitment to an America First policy, prioritizing domestic steel production over international partnerships. Leavitt added, "American First steel. And if they want to be exempted, they should consider moving steel manufacturing here." The tariffs were initially announced by Trump earlier this month, with the intention of protecting American industries from foreign competition. However, the implications of such a move are far-reaching, particularly for Australia, which has been a long-standing ally of the United States. Following a phone call between Trump and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, there was a glimmer of hope that an exemption might be granted. Trump had previously indicated he would give great consideration to Australia's situation, leading many to believe that negotiations could yield a favorable outcome. However, as the deadline approached, Australian officials ramped up their lobbying efforts in Washington, seeking to persuade the administration to reconsider its stance. The rejection of the exemption request comes as a blow to Australian exporters, particularly in the steel and aluminium sectors, who fear that the tariffs will significantly impact their ability to compete in the U.S. market. Australia is one of the largest suppliers of these materials to the United States, and the tariffs could lead to increased costs for manufacturers and consumers alike. Industry experts have voiced their concerns, warning that the tariffs could lead to job losses and a decline in production capabilities within Australia. The situation highlights the fragile nature of international trade relations and the potential for economic fallout when protectionist policies are enacted. The Australian government has expressed its disappointment over the decision, with officials emphasizing the importance of maintaining a strong trade relationship with the United States. They argue that exempting Australia from the tariffs would have been a mutually beneficial decision, allowing both nations to continue collaborating on various economic fronts. As the global economy grapples with the repercussions of the COVID-19 pandemic, the introduction of such tariffs could further strain relations between countries that have traditionally enjoyed strong ties. The move has also drawn criticism from various sectors within the United States, where some industry leaders argue that the tariffs could lead to higher prices for consumers and disrupt supply chains. In response to the backlash, the Trump administration has maintained that the tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries. As the midnight deadline looms, the focus now shifts to how Australia will respond to this decision and what measures it may take to mitigate the impact of the tariffs. The rejection of the exemption request marks a pivotal moment in U.S.-Australia relations, and the long-term effects of this decision remain to be seen. Will Australia find alternative markets for its steel and aluminium exports, or will it seek to negotiate more favorable terms with the U.S. in the future? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. The landscape of international trade is rapidly changing, and countries must navigate these waters carefully to protect their economic interests. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.